Today on the channel, we've got a double review. We're looking at retro card Scarlet Spider and Tombstone on the way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? I got it figured, back with another Marvel Legends review. This time we're looking at the retro card Spider-Man and Tombstone figures. I picked them up at Walmart and Target respectively. And these were two of that wave that I wanted to get. I already did the other one, Jack o' Lantern. I don't think there's anybody in this particular wave other than these three that I intend to get. So I decided to do these two together because there's always other stuff to get reviewed. So starting off with Scarlet Spider's packaging. So we've got the classic Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider. Back, you got some stuff here. Extra hands. Comes with all the hands. And you got your little text. Peter Parker's clone and eventual ally, Ben Reilly, returns to New York to defend the city as the web-slinging Scarlet Spider. I'm definitely going to say Scarlet Spider is the star of the show. But Tombstone is probably the one I wanted the most because I always liked Tombstone. Good old Lonnie Lincoln. And they made him in his classic attire before he had like kind of an adventure suit, which they did in Toy Biz. I think he had the adventure suit in Toy Biz, and he didn't have superhuman strength. He was just a weird looking dude. You got your Tombstone artwork on the back. Got a crowbar, extra hands, extra head. The dangerous and high-priced hitman on his tombstone faces off against Spider-Man and other heroes of New York. Let's look at these guys' packaging. Let's get them out and see what we can see. Alright, so we've got Tombstone and Scarlet Spider out of their packaging with their accessories. And first off, we're going to go with Scarlet Spider. And of course, he comes with all the correct hands that you need for Spider-Man. So he's got his wall crawling hands, and he's got his flip hands. And of course, he comes equipped with some fists. He is, of course, on the Renew Your Vows body, which is what makes him sought after by many collectors. And then we have Tombstone, who may or may not be on the same body as Hammerhead from an earlier retro card Spider-Man wave. We're going to check that. We'll see if that's actually the case. And he comes with an extra head, and the head is on one ball. It's not like a two-part neck, which means that the head that's on him is also that. So if you want to use this body for other characters, you're going to need to also get a neck for him, which isn't impossible. Of course, he comes with two fists of fury, and he comes with a crowbar. And this is definitely the preferred version of Lonnie Lincoln for me. Not that I mind that he got superhuman strength in the comics or whatever, because, you know, he's not really supposed to be able to keep up with Spider-Man. Kind of difficult to do. But that's kind of what I liked about him. When he first showed up, he was a regular man. He's just like an albino, but he's like a super duper albino. And he beat Spider-Man nearly to death with a pipe. They gave him a crowbar, but it was a pipe that he beat him with in the comic. He's basically like a crafty, smart type villain, tough for a human being, but a human being nonetheless, normal human being. You got this extra sort of mean looking portrait. It's kind of cool. I guess for the video, I'll swap out the head at some point. But I think I like that one better. The one that's on him. A rare case of one in the package is better. They're taking a better look at Scarlet Spider. You can see he's got a lot of detail on his little sweater here. Got the hoodie, the belt. These are the same arm gauntlets as on the Ben Reilly Spider-Man from a couple of years ago. I guess this is like the third Ben Reilly, because I think they did the other Spider-Man Ben Reilly in a previous wave last year. And I don't think I got really any of that wave, but I'm pretty sure this is like Ben Reilly number 3. But like I said, this one's on the Renew Your Vow Spider-Man body, which is exemplified by having the toe articulation, and that's pretty cool. Obviously, ultra posable. You can have them kind of web slinging very easily. And of course, this wouldn't be the first time I had to talk about this on the channel, but Spider-Man, the Clone Saga, one of the most ridiculous things they ever did was have the clone of Spider-Man show up, and then you find out that the clone was in fact the real Spider-Man, and Spider-Man that you've been reading for like 20 years or more at that time was a clone. And a lot of people were annoyed about that. But after that, Scarlet Spider became Ben Reilly Spider-Man, and then we found out it was all a plot by the Green Goblin, and the Green Goblin eventually kills Ben Reilly, leading Peter Parker back to taking back the mantle as Spider-Man. And yeah, pretty convoluted story. I feel like there was a time when Peter Parker was very briefly also the Scarlet Spider, but like they swapped. Like when Ben Reilly became Spider-Man, Peter Parker, he did go away for a while with Mary Jane, but I think he came back as the Scarlet Spider for like a really brief time. So anyway, the other thing about Scarlet Spider is he was briefly on the New Warrior, so yet another New Warrior for your New Warriors collection if you're into that. And I'm not even necessarily into it, but I'm nonetheless almost completing the team based on just the releases that I've been getting. It was kind of a happy accident, if you will. But yeah, really cool, really posable. Put them on the good old Hasbro Pulse stand. And you can have them doing some web slinging. Pretty easily. There's that. Now, for Tombstone, closer look at him. It's a suited body, but it's a pinless suited body, which makes me think he's not actually based off of Hammerhead, because I'm pretty sure he had pins. But it's a cool body, cool suited body. I'm sure we're gonna get more guys with this body. Also a non-ball jointed neck. Still look up and down. Still get a basic T pose. And got kind of a sinister look. Tombstone is crowbar. Does that well enough. Change out the head. Pops in really easily, no issues. It doesn't look bad. Certainly doesn't look bad. Definitely like it. Definitely think this is a cool Marvel Legends body. Of course, I like to have them with fists. Go away from the gesturing hand and bring in fist. Yeah, there you go. Tombstone. So we'll do a couple of comparisons and we'll move on. Alright, so our first comparison will be Tombstone and Scarlet Spider with Jack-O-Lantern. Recently got a review on the channel. In that review, I actually lost one of his fisted hands, but I did find it. I'm sort of stuck in between something. But there he goes with that. And of course, can't have a Renew Your Vows Spider-Man body review without Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. Ironically, these guys are the ones that don't want to stand up, even though they've got more posability and articulation. But, you know, what can you do? There you go. Look at these guys with some comparisons. We'll move on now to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Spider-Man Retro Card Wave, Scarlet Spider, and Tombstone. Both of these figures are, kind of what I was looking for, what I wanted. There's really no surprise with them. Tombstone might be a little bit better than I expected. Scarlet Spider's exactly what I expected. He's on the New Year Vows Spider-Man. Nice figure. You can get him in some pretty cool poses. And Ronnie Lincoln adds to the Spider-Man villain list. That's always cool. As far as Scarlet Spider, it's a really great figure, really anticipated release. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Not gonna give it a 10 because, well, this is like the fourth use of the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man, or really fifth use, I guess. Well, it's probably fourth, but there's a figure after it, like there's a Daredevil. It's with the cartoon splooge all over him. I'm not a fan of that Daredevil, but the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man body is getting more rotation, which is the takeaway. Him, I'm gonna give a 9. Tombstone, cool villain, always one of my favorite latter day Spider-Man villains. Latter day being the '90s, so like 30 years ago. But um, you know, always a cool villain. I had the Toy Biz version. He was a cool guy. Like him a lot. Liked how he terrorized Robbie Robertson and all that stuff. And he's still running around in comic books today too. So I'm also going to give him a 9. He's got a new suited body. Of course, suited body is a suited body, but it definitely seems better than the previous suited bodies that we've gotten. And it's on a bigger guy too, so maybe you want to have like Steve Rogers in a suit or something like that if you can get the neck thing straight. Anyway, that's what I got for this one. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. We're looking to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so help me out with that. And I promise to keep bringing you the content that you're looking for. And I thank everybody, either way, whether you do or not, for their views, for checking out the channel. And I got a lot more to come. So I'm gonna end it there. Till the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.